Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
All right, we welcome you back to Boschmer Gymnasium here in Brevard, North Carolina. Got the second leg of our doubleheader here between Brevard and Southern Virginia right here live on YouTube. Southern Virginia coming in 9-7, 5-1 in USA South play. Looking to improve on that tonight against a team they got earlier in the season at home. And looking to continue. It's been a great start to conference play for them so far. As we get the starting lineups introduced, Brevard 8-9, 1-5 in USA South, but coming in off 2 wins against William Peace on Saturday and a Tuesday win over Johnson and Wales on the road. Should be a good one tonight between these two teams. Southern Virginia won the first game 89-69 this season, 5-2 all-time against Brevard, and 3 straight wins in the series that was once deadlocked at 2 apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Talk about the starting lineup first for the Knights. Number 2, Tillman Johnson, almost a 14-point-per-game scorer. DJ Green, number 10, who leads Southern Virginia, averaging 15.8 points per game. He's had 6 20-plus point performances this season. Jude Ballstead getting the start as well, the 6'2" shooting guard out of Midway, Utah, who's averaging just about 9 a game. Number 32, Austin Mitchell in the starting lineup, along with Hiram McConkey, the center, 10.2 points per game for McConkey, saying 6'9". Who's had a season-high 23 points at Warren Wilson. Nothing really changing for the Tornadoes this evening. It's Drayshawn Brown, Twain Wilson, KK Horton, Brock McKnight, and Jaden Carnes for the Tornadoes. Brevard coming in off 2 wins, has played. Talked to Coach Lee Burgess. I said, you guys are playing well. He said, we're playing good. And he wants to see him play a little bit better tonight against a very talented Southern Virginia team, wearing the road maroon jerseys. A little bit of an old-school Southern Virginia across the front, with the white letters and numbers, and the called it maroon earlier. I'm not sure it's quite maroon, but it's also not quite red. So maybe some clarification in the comments of what the official color name is. That would be helpful this evening, as Southern Virginia will tip it up at mid-floor with Austin Mitchell, 6'10" and 6'9" out there for Southern Virginia to start this one. Obviously has a size advantage over Brevard, as Jaden Carnes will do the tip-off duty, standing 6'4". So the Tornadoes, another battle on the glass this evening against a team that has a little bit more size. It's been a bit of a trend lately. But Brevard looking for a big one tonight, as Mitchell wins the tip to Tillman Johnson in the backcourt, who will bring it across to McConkey at the top of the key. Handoff to Ballstead, now off to DJ Green. Johnson defended tightly by Twain Wilson. Mitchell at the free throw line, hands off to Tillman Johnson. Now McConkey drives, kick back out. Johnson with 10 to shoot. Good defense on the first possession by the Tornadoes. Ballstead drives baseline, floats it off the glass and in. Physical finish on KK Horton. And it's 2-0 Knights. Horton to the wing for Brown. Top of the key, McKnight. 24 on the timer. As Brock hands off to the top of the key for Brown. Brown back to McKnight on the far side wing. He drives, kick out Wilson. Wilson pulls a quick 3. He's fouled by Ballstead. It will be free throws for the Tornadoes. 3 coming up at the line for Twain Wilson, as Ballstead called for his first. And 3 free throws upcoming for Wilson, with a chance to give the Tornadoes an early edge here at home. Wilson takes a couple bounces, puts up the first of 3, and it rolls off no good. Twain shooting 73.5% from the line this season. Leads the Tornadoes, or second on the team in scoring, right behind Jaden Carnes. As he puts up the second of 3, it swishes in. And the Tornadoes cut the 2-point deficit in half, with 1 more upcoming for Twain Wilson. Third one at the stripe is up, and it's good. Twain goes 2 of 3, and we're tied at 2. McConkey inbounds. He finds Ballstead, who will bring it across right to left for the visiting Southern Virginia Knights. Again, 9-7, 5-1 in the USA South. A lone loss game to Pfeiffer earlier this year. Top of the key, Ballstead. He looks for Green off a screen. Nothing there. He drives on Wilson in the lane with the right hand, up and in off the glass, as Ballstead has all 4 for Southern Virginia. It's 4-2. Horton at the top of the key. Feeds Twain Wilson. Now top for Jaden Carnes. Backdoor cut. Wilson. Beautiful cut. The layup is pure, as Jaden Carnes works that back cut again. Last time we were here in the box, that was really effective offensively for the Tornadoes. And McConkey hands off Johnson, top of the key. Green feeds up top, as he's defended by McKnight. Some contact as Green drives inside, has it deflected away. Ballstead in the corner. Now up to Mitchell with 10 to shoot. Backdoor cut for Johnson. He floats it off up the glass off Wilson and scores. And it's 6-4. Nice move by Tillman Johnson. Back and forth start to this one. Drayshawn Brown at the top of the key. Hands off Horton. Had some space, didn't pull a three. Tried to flip it inside to Carnes. Not there. Ballstead takes it away. Ballstead loses in transition. It's slapped around. McKnight corrals for the Tornadoes. Quick change here with Brock feeding Horton on the near side. Drives baseline. Back out Carnes. A quick three. Knocks it down. Jaden Carnes from long range. And the Tornadoes have their first lead at 7-6. McConkey brings it across, crosses over on Horton, 6'9" center, feeds it out to Green, top of the key. McConkey, a nice handle, standing 6'9" as it's fed to Johnson on the near side. Mitchell sets a screen for Johnson. Now Green. Green thinks about three, drives on Wilson. He's turned away inside for McConkey. His layup no good. Great defense by Brock McKnight, who grabs a rebound. Here comes Brock left to right for the Tornadoes with 7:19 and a moving clock in the first half. KK Horton off to Drayshawn Brown, the near side wing. Now Horton the top of the key. KK feeds McKnight. Now one more to Jaden Carnes. Carnes looking backdoor, gives to Horton. Now back to the top, Carnes. Hand off Wilson. It's lost and Green corrals. Green one-hand pass up the floor for Johnson. Two dribbles and a layup for Tillman Johnson in transition. And it's 8-7 Knights. Textbook defense to offense there for Southern Virginia. And the lead is 8-7. Brown feeds McKnight. Now back to the top for Drayshawn. He takes one dribble to the left, pull up three. Glances off the iron, no good. Ballstead tracks down the rebound. Open look for Brown. Couldn't hit it as Johnson feeds to the post for McConkey. Dwayne Wilson defending. McConkey backing him down. He spins. Right-hand layup is pure. Bit of a mismatch there as Hiram McConkey scores. And it's 10-7 Knights. Bounce pass down low for Carnes. Reverse layup blocked by Mitchell, and he pulls it down. Here comes Tillman Johnson for the Knights. With the under 16 media timeout approaching. Top of the key, Johnson kicks it to the corner. Mitchell or McConkey tries a triple. No. And Carnes down with the rebound for the Tornadoes. Carnes flips it to McKnight on the BC logo at midcourt. Brock hands off KK. KK a little bit of space. He'll flip inside. Carnes right hand layup is good. Great action between Horton and Carnes. Jaden has 5 to lead the Tornadoes. And Brevard is back within 1. McConkey goes behind the back, lost it for a moment, gets it back and feeds Green at the top. Green near side wing for Tillman Johnson, who jab steps inside on McKnight, kick to the corner. Green thinks about a three, sidestep. Now we'll try it, and it's pure. DJ Green from long range had the look initially, but he sidestepped to a wide open three. And it's 13-9, Southern Virginia. Top of the key, Carnes, he's open for three. Didn't get the answer off the back rim, as Green grabs a rebound. DJ Green crosses over on Drayshawn Brown. Looks inside, nothing there, picks up his dribble. Feeds it to Mitchell. Carnes slaps it out of bounds, and it will stay with Southern Virginia when we come back. 15:05 to go in the first quarter, or first half, excuse me. And it's 13-9, Southern Virginia. Good start for both sides, really. The Tornadoes hanging with it in the early going, despite the size mismatch on some of these matchups. We'll see what happens when we come back with 15:05 to go in the first half on the other side. Southern Virginia basketball as we come back with 15:05 to go in the first half. The team shooting the ball fairly well. Southern Virginia 6-9, Brevard 3 of 6. It's a new sub out of the break. Ashton Davis checks in for the first time. He has it actually now fed inside to Davis, who muscles it up and in on Drayshawn Brown and Brock McKnight. Ashton Davis averaging near 11 points a game off the bench. As he gets his first bucket, it's a 6-point lead for Southern Virginia. Horton in the post, backing down Mason Hunter, who checks it for the first time. He turns, fires, it's an air ball, and down with McConkey. Green up the floor for Hunter. Feeds it back out to DJ Green. He throws it to Tillman Johnson. Davis kick out McConkey of 3. Front rim no good. Brown skies for a one-handed rebound. Trayshawn feeds Tyler Baldwin, who comes in for the first time. Now back to Brown at the top. Brown handoff, Baldwin a 3. Front rim no good. Another one that looked good out of the hand of Tyler Baldwin, but just a hair short. Hunter at the top. Feeds DJ Green. Now inside Davis. Great position. Davis is fouled going up by Horton. That'll be free throws for Ashton Davis at the line. Shooting 68% from the field this season is Ashton Davis, the freshman 6'9" center out of Apex, North Carolina. He's also an 83.3% free throw shooter. He puts up the first of 2, knocks it down as Khalil Black will check in for the first time for Trayshawn Brown, and Luke DeVore in for the first time for Southern Virginia. McConkey heads to the bench, as well as Ballstead, as Davis tees up the second of 2 from the charity stripe. Second one is up, second one is good for Davis. Quick 4 off the bench for the spark plug for this Southern Virginia team, Ashton Davis, who's appeared in 15 games all off the bench, averaging about 11 a game. As McKnight will get it across for the Tornadoes, crosses over on Hunter. Now a screen at the top from Carnes. Khalil Black feeds Carnes. Now backdoor cut from Black. He scores at the rim with the right hand. Khalil Black had a season and career high here at Brevard, 15 last time out against Johnson and Wales, as Green drives on Carnes. Kick to the corner for Hunter. His 3 knocks in. Hunter from long range. It's a 9-point lead for Southern Virginia, 20-11. 13.5 to play here in the first half. Horton feeds McKnight. Now back to the top for KK. He's going to try a 3, and it swishes in. Huge shot for KK Horton from long range. Had a little bit of space at the top, and he makes the Knights pay. And it's a 6-point game, 20-14. Green inside for DeVore. He flips it up the glass and in. Southern Virginia really taking advantage of the advantage in the paint. Double-digit points in the paint already for the Knights as Horton works on Johnson at the top. Kick to Carnes. Pump fakes a 3. Now handoff Black. Khalil tries a 3. Back rim no good. And Johnson rips down the rebound. Tillman Johnson drives on Black. Right hand layup off the glass and good. 10-point lead for the Knights. 24-14 as Twain Wilson will check back in on the next whistle. Baldwin crosses over, top of the key, gets a screen from Jaden Carnes. Now KK Horton. Back to Jaden, picks up his dribble, feeds McKnight. Now Khalil Black in the post, working on DeVore. He's turned away, goes off his ankle and out of bounds. Good post defense from DeVore as Ballstead checks back in. Wilson will check in for Khalil Black. And it will be Southern Virginia basketball with 12:21 to go on a 10-point lead, 24-14. Green will bring it up for the Knights. Defended tightly by Tyler Baldwin. Now DeVore with KK Horton on him. He's turned away for a moment, now feeds DJ Green. Davis, top of the key. Handoff Green, pump fakes a 3. With 12 to shoot now, feed inside for Davis. His layup rolls in. Davis taking advantage, getting great position inside, and he converts at the rim. Now Wilson up the floor on the far side wing. Feeds to the top for Horton. Swing to Carnes. Carnes thinks about 3. He almost traveled, but he feeds it to McKnight, who keeps it in bounds. Now Jaden a handoff to Wilson. Wilson steps back, tries a mid-range jumper. It rolls in. Shooter's touch for Twain Wilson. And he cuts the deficit back to 10. 6 quick points for Wilson in the first stretch of this ball game. Next whistle will bring us to our under 12 media timeout as Hunter has it on the far side wing. To the top of the key, Green. Green tries a 3. He's fouled on the 3-point shot by McKnight. Maybe a little kick of the leg. Nonetheless, it'll be 3 free throws for DJ Green when we come back. A 10-point lead, 26-16 for Southern Virginia with 11:20 to go here in this first half when we return on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
(26-16), Southern Virginia, and 3 free throws upcoming for DJ Green, who was fouled in the act of shooting from behind the arc. Big storyline so far in this one. Southern Virginia really taking advantage of the size advantage. That has not been a secret coming into this one, that the Knights had the significant advantage inside as Green nets the first of 3. 18 points in the paint of Southern Virginia's 27 so far this evening. Brevard does have 6 in the paint, but obviously the Knights have that advantage as Green knocks down the second with 1 more to come. Third free throw for Green, and he goes a perfect 3 of 3. Not sure any of those touched the rim. Perfect trip to the line for Green. It's a 13-point lead for Southern Virginia. Brown flips in the backcourt for Tyler Baldwin. We'll bring it across for the Tornadoes. Twain Wilson on the far side, wing to the top for Baldwin. Tyler drives, crosses over, steps back, a mid-range jumper, no good. And Green comes down with the rebound. Green pushes the pace behind the back on Baldwin. Now pulls up, flips it inside for Davis. Lost on the way up, went off his leg, out of bounds. It will go back to Brevard. Maybe the first miscue for Ashton Davis, who's played a pretty flawless handful of minutes on the floor for Southern Virginia. 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. Lost at that time. Wilson to the top of the key for Carnes. Backdoor cut, great pass from Jaden. The layup is off the glass and good. Jaden Carnes a pass 2 times here at the Bosch. His passing has been on full display. And he finds Wilson right there. It's 29-18. Green top of the key. Defended tightly by Twain Wilson. The corner for DeVore, now inside Davis again. There's a positioning, he lays it up and in. And it's 8 points for Ashton Davis. And it's a 13-point game once again. Wilson to Brown, near side wing McKnight. Twain Wilson back to the basket, working on Hunter. He's turned away, but he tries a mid-range jumper. This time couldn't get it to fall, and DeVore comes down with the rebound. DJ Green up the floor, behind the back on Brown. Inside for Davis, right-hand layup off the glass again, and good. Davis, 10 points in this ball game in just 6 minutes on the floor. And it's a 15-point lead. Hand off to Baldwin. He comes around the Carnes screen. Now Brown drives inside. Off-balance jumper, no good. And DeVore comes down with a rebound. Here comes Ballstead right to left for Southern Virginia. He hands off to Green. Green steps back. Looking inside for Davis. Throws it right over the top. Davis again inside. This time can't get it to fall, but he'll get it back. And he is fouled going up. First missed shot for Davis. Doesn't matter. He gets his own miss. And he's fouled going up. He'll head back to the line for his 3rd and 4th free throws. As Johnson, McConkey, and Mitchell at the table. Davis will put up the first of 2. He's got it to go. Pretty free throw stroke as well. Davis got to watch here in the USA South. He's just a freshman. He'll check out after this next free throw, assuming it's a make for Mitchell, as McConkey and Johnson check back in. DeVore and Ballstead head to the bench. Second free throw upcoming for Davis. He rolls it in, and he'll get a breather on the bench. 12 points in 6 minutes on the floor for Ashton Davis. And the lead is 17, 35-18. Baldwin in the backcourt. Pressure comes from Hunter. He flips it to KK. Horton crosses over and gets it across on Green. Tornadoes looking for a run here in this one, trailing by 17 with under 10 to play in the first half. Carnes at the top of the key. Flips it to Horton now inside for Brown. Brown back out. Carnes, one more to KK. KK was 7 to shoot at the top of the key. Drives on Green. Throws it up. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. First on Johnson as Horton hits the free throw line. First one up for KK. First one's good. And it's a 16-point game. Brevard has been really good offensively all season, 79 points per game, which is top in the USA South. But again, giving up 82 points. Again, a lot of that comes with some of the size differentials here in the conferences. Horton goes 1 of 2. Hunter comes down with a rebound and feeds off to Johnson. 35-19, 8:54 on a moving clock as Baldwin applies pressure on the ball. Now Mitchell defended by Baldwin. Pass deflected away as Baldwin really defending well in this possession on Green. Green steps back, tries a mid-range pull-up jumper. Back rim, no. Horton slapped down the rebound and it goes out of bounds off of Mitchell. And Southern Virginia wondering why that's not their ball. But it will go to the Tornadoes with 8:37 to play. That's a Southern Virginia program that's been on a good stretch. 19-8 last year, 9-5 in conference play, 9-7, 5-1 this year so far. After 2 losing seasons, Coach Trace Bevel has had this team on a roll the past 2 seasons. Brown on the top of the key, drives inside, right-hand dunk on Tillman Johnson. And an ignition here in the Bosch as Brown slams it down on the head of Tillman Johnson. And it's 35-21. McConkey, top of the key, has his pass deflected away. Wilson transition, right-hand layup. He curls it in for 2. And a quick 4-point spurt for the Tornadoes. Johnson the other way, kick to the corner. Green drives on Horton baseline, throws it up, no good, but a foul called on the Tornadoes, and that will bring us to our under 8 timeout. A highlight reel dunk from Drayshawn Brown surges the Tornadoes just for a moment there on a 4-point spurt to cut the deficit to 12. We'll be right back with 54 to go here in the first half when we return on the other side.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Back here at the Bosch, the Tornadoes have cut the deficit to 12. It was 117 here in this first half. And Southern Virginia continues to take advantage of that play in the paint. Talked a lot about Ashton Davis, how good he is. 12 points for him as Green heads to the free throw line, knocks down the first of 2. I'll get one more from the charity stripe. Fouled right before the break after Brevard got some momentum on that Drayshawn Brown dunk. Green goes 2 of 2. As Baldwin brings it up, feeds off to Twain Wilson. Now in the backcourt for Baldwin. Carnes at the top of the key, looks back door, nothing there. He hands off to Wilson, now off to Carnes with 10. Back door, that time Green sniffed it out and he takes it away. DJ Green up the floor, kicks to the corner. Johnson thought about 3, and in the process, he stepped out of bounds. It would go back to the Tornadoes with 7:27 to go here in this first half. All things considered, I think Brevard has done okay so far in terms of what they can control. They can't control the fact that Southern Virginia has 3 or 4 guys, 6'9", 6'10", They can't control stuff offensively as Wilson tries to knock one down from the corner, and he does. A triple for Twain Wilson. And Brevard's back within 11. 13 first half points for Wilson as they flip it inside to Mitchell, and he's fouled by the help of Tyler Baldwin. I think he might have been going up. Nope, he was not. It will be an inbounds on the baseline as Noah Suji and Zayden Caudle check in. As Ballstead and Luke DeVore check in for the night, sending McConkey and DJ Green to the bench. Johnson will inbound. He's looking down low. Nothing there. He throws it over the top to DeVore. He gives off to Mitchell. Mitchell's left-hand layup. Good and one as he's fouled by Noah Suji. Great action by DeVore. I don't even think he touched the floor with that basketball. Just gave it right to Mitchell, who lays it up and in plus the harm. It'll be an and one free throw for Mitchell. Lefty takes a couple bounces, puts up the and one free throw, and swishes it in. And lead back to 14 for Southern Virginia. Zane Caudle on the backcourt, feeds off to Drayshawn Brown. Now a skip pass to Horton. And now Caudle will bring it across for the Tornadoes. Hand off to Horton. He's turned away, but he'll try a deep three. Off the glass, no, and DeVore comes down with the rebound. Ballstead brings it across in the corner for Hunter. Hunter drives on Horton, had it slapped away on the back tip, and Wilson tiptoes the baseline to keep it in bounds. Twain up the floor. Lost it, but he brings it back to the top of the key. I'll have to feed it off to KK Horton. Defended by Hunter. Now Brown to the top for KK. Off to Noah Suji. Gives off Zane Caudle in the corner for Horton. Now the top with 10 for Noah Suji. Crosses over on Mitchell. Drives inside. Left-hand left. He's fouled going up. It'll be 2 free throws for the freshman Suji, who has seen some more minutes lately, the 6'4" freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Just 2 of 10 from the line on the season, but a chance to change that here with 6:15 to go in the first half. Suji's first free throw is up, and it's no good. And he'll prep for one more. DJ Green will check back in. It sends Mason Hunter to the bench as Ashton Davis checks back in for Mitchell. He's been the spark plug here in this first half, by far the biggest guy on the floor right now. As the Suji will shoot the second of 2 free throws. It's off the front iron, no good. DeVore down with the rebound. Now he hands it off to Johnson, who crosses over on Brown, gets it across the timeline. Johnson drives baseline, turned away. He's fouled. I think he was hit on the head as he's down on the hardwood. I don't think that was anything intentional, obviously, just a shot to the face for Tillman Johnson, who's helped off the hardwood. And we'll head to the free throw line with 6:03 to play here in the first half. The officials discuss. I'd be surprised if they upgrade this to anything else but a common foul, and that seems to be the call. And Coach Lee Burgess is arguing that was on the pass. So it's going to be a 1-and-1. The Knights in the bonus. It's free throws anyway, but it does change just a hair, as Johnson will put up the front end of the 1-and-1 and knock it down. So we'll get 2 nonetheless. As Khalil Black will check back in for Drayshawn Brown. One more coming for Tillman Johnson, who takes a couple of bounces at the line. Puts up the second of 2 and knocks it down. 42-26 Knights with 6:03 to play in the first half. Caudle feeds off to Horton in the backcourt. Now off to KK, who feeds Wilson at the top. Over to Noah Suji. Dribble handoff to Khalil Black, who drives on DeVore. Left-hand layup, no good. And Davis down with a rebound. He pushes to Green in transition. Now Johnson, Euro step in the lane. Left-hand layup, off the glass and good. Just smooth basketball so far for Southern Virginia to build this 18-point lead. As Black feeds Wilson. Now Horton on the near side wing to the top. Wilson tries a 3. Back rim, no. And DeVore skies for the rebound. Johnson in the corner for Green. Green pump fakes the 3. Drives baseline on Black. Feeds to the corner. It's slapped out of bounds and will stay with the Knights with 22 to shoot. See what the Knights decide to do here on the baseline out of bounds. I think a good choice would be to float it into Ashton Davis, but not really in a position to do so, although Davis does grab the inbounds pass on the wing with Twain Wilson defending. Johnson top of the key, drives on a Suji's, turned away. Looks back door, floats it into Davis this time. Davis backs down his defender, kick out Johnson, a left-handed three. Front rim, no. Davis slaps the rebound right to himself. He backs down Caudle. Caudle tried to take a charge, no whistle. And Davis lays it in for his 14th point. Coach Lee Burgess begging for that call, didn't get it. And it's a 20-point lead, 46-26. Wilson, a one-hand pass to Horton on the near side wing. Asuji spins the lane, right-hand layup, curls it in. Crafty move for Noah Asuji, who scores at the rim, and he cuts it to 18. As Green will bring it across for the Knights. See some flashes from the young freshman, certainly an athletic player as he switches on to Ballstead. The top Ballstead looked back door, had it deflected away. Now a kickball called on the Tornadoes. It will stay with the Knights. Coach Burgess still having a conversation with the far side official, likely about that contact down low with Zane Caudle as DeVore grabs the inbounds pass and floats it in for two. Just feeding it in high passes to the size that Southern Virginia has is certainly a good offensive strategy so far in this one, as Wilson grabs a bounce pass in the post, feeds out to Suji, who tries a three, front rim no good, and Johnson comes down with the rebound. Three subs to check in for the Tornadoes on the next whistle. Johnson drives inside, floats it up no good, and the rebound slapped around. DeVore collects, left-hand floater, no. Rattles around, couldn't fall. Green has on the far side wing. Now Ballstead at the top, one more to Johnson with 15 to shoot. Davis back to the basket working on a Asuji. Multiple steps from Davis, and he's called for a travel. Good defense by Asuji there. The first time Davis has really been turned away inside. And that will bring us to the under 4 media timeout. 48-28 Southern Virginia as our final media timeout approaches. We'll be right back. It's a 20-point lead for Southern Virginia when we return on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
As Caleb Duncan will head to the free throw line with 3:32 to go in the first half. Hunter will check in for the Knights after this free throw from Caleb Duncan. First minutes for Duncan here tonight. Takes a couple dribbles at the charity stripe, puts the first one up, and it rolls off, no good. Hunter checks in, Ballstead heads to the bench for Southern Virginia. And one more upcoming for Caleb Duncan. The senior, 6'3" out of Douglasville, Georgia. Puts up the second of two, and he knocks it down. It's the first free throw attempts for Duncan all season. He goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. It's bounced to the top of the key for DJ Green. Now Davis. Davis defended tightly by Brock McKnight. Handoff to Green. Green pump fakes to three, couple dribbles. Now inside for Davis. Davis floats it up, and no good, no shot. And a travel called first on Davis, who's gotten a little antsy in the post with his pivot feet. 2 travels for Davis, who has double-digit scoring here in this first half, a team high and game high 14. As Duncan floats it inside looking for Carnes, goes off his head, and DeVore collects and eventually finds Green. 3 minutes and change to go here in the first half. It's been all Southern Virginia, 19-point lead as Davis gets it inside. Right-hand layup is good. 32 points in the paint here in the first half for Southern Virginia, and it's 50-29. Duncan gets a screen at the top from Carnes. Caleb flips it back to Carnes, who tries a long-range triple. Front rim no good. And DeVore tracks down the rebound. Johnson will bring it across for Southern Virginia, right to left, with 2.5 minutes to play. Here in the first half, Carnes slaps it away from Davis. Jaden in transition, tries a dunk with 2 hands, and he flushes it home. Jaden goes coast to coast and converts at the rim, and it's 50-31. Johnson pressured by Carnes at the top. He crosses over, goes between the legs, finds DeVore. Now DeVore in the post, throws it up with the right hand and scores. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first. It's a 21-point lead for Southern Virginia. Far wing, it's Carnes, steps back, now feeds McKnight. Rock to the top for Khalil Black. Now KK. Black pump fakes top of the key, drives inside. He's fouled going up by either DeVore or Hunter. And it's called on DeVore, so it will send Khalil Black to the line. Again, Khalil had a really nice game last time out at Johnson & Wales. He shot 5 of 9 with 2 made triples and scored a season-high 15 points. Transfer at a borough of Manhattan Community College. Averaging just about 5 points a game this season. He puts up the first of 2 free throws, swishes it in. It's back to a 20-point game. And one more upcoming for Khalil. Second one up, second one good for Khalil Black, who has 4 points on the evening. 52-33 Southern Virginia as the Knights bring it across with Tillman Johnson. Johnson defended by Horton, flipped to the top for Davis, with McKnight hugging him defensively. Green at the top, he flips it inside Davis, lost it, tried to save it back in bounds, does, but it goes off the ankle of a Knight and out of bounds. Brevard basketball as Davis just couldn't handle the entry pass. Mitchell will check back in, and Davis will head to the bench with 1:25 to play. Again, that's a guy you got to watch out for throughout his college career. What an impressive player we've seen here tonight. 14 first half points as Horton gets a screen at the top from Carnes. Near side wing Black. Now Jaden, a handoff back to Khalil. Steps back, tries a 3, knocks it down. Khalil Black from long range. And he's up to 7 points on the evening on the made triple. And it's a 16-point game. Khalil really coming into his own here in the second half of the season. It's Mitchell defended by Carnes at the top. Handoff to Tillman Johnson. Johnson crosses over top of the key, steps back on Carnes, pulls up for a mid-range jumper. Front rim no good. And KK Horton down with the rebound. KK pushing it in transition, finds space, tries a 3. It's good. Huge shot for KK Horton. It's a 14-point game with 38 seconds and a moving clock in the first half. Green goes behind the back. Luckily, Hunter able to corral it. Near side wing, it's Tillman Johnson. Johnson drives inside on Black, throws it up with the left hand, and a foul called on Khalil. And it'll be free throws for Johnson. I think Southern Virginia was lucky Mason Hunter was paying attention. DJ Green tried to throw it behind the back to Hunter at the top. He was able to corral it as Johnson goes to the free throw line. He has 10 points here in this first half. Make it 11 on the first of 2 from the free throw line. As McConkey at the scorer's table, he'll get the shooter Johnson as Twain Wilson checks in for Caleb Duncan after a couple minutes. Shot clock turned off, 26.1 to play here in the first half. It's a 15-point lead, make it 16 on the free throw from Tillman Johnson. McConkey will check in, as well as Ballstead, I believe, after the Southern Virginia timeout. It looks like a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here and talk some first half stats before we head to the locker room. Brevard has shot the ball well, 50% from the field, but Southern Virginia, 19 of 29, 65.5% shooting. They've only put up 5 threes. Tornadoes have shot 12 and made 4. Southern Virginia's made 2 of their 5. The Knights a perfect 14 of 14 from the line, out-rebounding Brevard 21-5 in the first half. And we talked about the points in the paint. Also 25 bench points from Southern Virginia, 34 points in the paint. And the strategy is clear from head coach Trace Bevel. Get the ball inside and convert at the rim. And Southern Virginia has done both here in this first half. First I'm seeing of the rebound, number 21-5 is pretty staggering. And it's just been because Southern Virginia has converted at the rim and gotten second chance opportunities as well. As it's fed in the front court for KK Horton with 15 on the timer. KK looks to the bench for a call with 12. And it looks like Brevard will burn a timeout to try and get something comprehensive together before we head to the halftime locker room. We will take a quick break with 10.9 to go. We'll be back with the final 10 seconds and change on the other side. Back of the box, 10.9 seconds to play as KK Horton has in the backcourt. Feeds it to Twain Wilson, near side, went for the top for Carnes. One more for Black, and he is fouled. Southern Virginia had foul to give, so it'll be a baseline or sideline inbound for Khalil Black with 4.6 on the timer. Khalil looks for an option on the inbound, gives it to McKnight. McKnight to the corner. Horton tries a corner 3, off the glass and in. KK Horton from the corner banks it in as time expires and cuts it to a 13-point deficit as we head to half. That's a tough place to bank in a 3, but KK does it and sends Brevard to the locker room with some momentum. The Tornadoes trail by as much as 20 in the first half, but cut it to 13 as we head to the break. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll talk to you here in just a few minutes on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back at the Bosch, ready for the second half of play here between Southern Virginia and Brevard. Some good things for the Tornadoes at the end of that half, capped off by the KK Horton banked in 3 at the buzzer, which cut the deficit to 13, but obviously still a lot to get right here in the second half. Good half shooting the basketball for the Tornadoes. 51.7% shooting, 5 of 13 from 3, but Southern Virginia 65.5%, only allowed 5 rebounds and controlled this first half most of the way. Brevard went on a nice little run to end the half, a 10-2 run to cut a 21-point deficit to 13 as Drayshawn Brown has in the front court. Jaden Carnes goes backdoor for Twain Wilson. Twain kick out to Jaden. Now Jaden tries baseline, tried to throw it inside to Drayshawn, lost it for a moment. Carnes gets it back and he's fouled by Ballstead. And it will stay with the Tornadoes with a fresh 20 on the timer. Horton inbounds to Brown on the far side wing. Now the top for Brock McKnight with 17 to shoot. Wilson in the post for KK. KK faces up on Tillman Johnson. Had it poked away. Gets it back. Kick to Carnes. An open triple off the side of the iron. No. Good look to start the half for the Tornadoes. Doesn't fall. And Southern Virginia will have its first possession of the second half. Johnson hands off to Ballstead near the timeline for the Knights. Ballstead throws it to DJ Green on the near side wing, defended by Jaden Carnes. 10 to shoot as McKnight fronts the post. McConkey has it outside the arc with Twain Wilson defending. Johnson steps back, looks inside for Mitchell. 2 to shoot. He throws it up over the top of Carnes, an air ball, and a shot clock violation. Carnes fought inside on Mitchell, who stands 6'9" to a 6'4", and he's able to force the turnover. Horton handoff to Wilson, now Brown. As Carnes has it, or McKnight, excuse me, now the top for Jaden Carnes. Handoff McKnight, a good look from 3. He hits it. Big shot for Brock McKnight. It's a 10-point game. Brevard has cut into this deficit, has cut it more than into half. As Ballstead has it on the far side wing, drives on McKnight. Inside, right-hand layup, no. Brock tips around the rebound and collects it. Here comes KK Horton across the timeline. Throws it to Drayshawn Brown, the top for Horton. Pump fakes a 3, drives inside, right-hand layup, curls in. 8-point game as Brevard has scored the first 5 of this period. Ballstead has it near side wing. He tries a 3, no good. Tipped around, rebound over the top of McKnight, but Brown gets it back as McConkey misses a putback. Here comes KK, goes behind the back, throws it to the top for Brown. Brown crosses over on Green, drives inside, off-balance floater, no. McKnight ripped away the rebound for a moment, but he's on the baseline, out of bounds. It will go back to Southern Virginia. Pretty picture-perfect start to this half as DeVore checks in, as well as Ashton Davis, who had himself quite the first half. 16 first half points for Davis. A quick change for Coach Trace Bevel. As DeVore has it near the timeline, flips up the floor for Davis. Now back out for Green. Tillman Johnson, top of the key with 20 on the timer. Johnson feeds Ballstead. Pump fakes on Brock McKnight. Now drives inside. Brown comes with the help. Kick out Green. He pump fakes on Carnes. Steps back to the top with under 10 to shoot. Davis inside, back to the basket. Bodies over Wilson. An offensive foul. Actually, call should be, it's a travel on Davis, but looked like it should have been an offensive foul. He used the elbow to get space on Twain Wilson. That's a 3rd travel called on Davis. And we'll go back to the Tornadoes. Coach Burgess was asking for that offensive foul. I saw it from here, the elbow, a little bit of a chicken wing. Nonetheless, Tornadoes get possession back. Screen to the top of the key for Horton. Feeds Brown, now top of the key, Carnes. Wilson gets some space, tries a 3, and he hits it. 5-point game. The Tornadoes an 8-0 run out of the gate here in the second half. Ballstead drives baseline. He ends a run with a reverse layup at the cup. The lead back to 7. Nice surge here for the Tornadoes. Ended the half on a 10-2 run and an 8-2 run out of the gate. An extended 18-4 surge for the Tornadoes. Top of the key, Carnes. Hand off KK. KK steps back, thought about the 3, now pulls it back out with 12 on the timer. Hand off Brown, gets a screen from Carnes. Feeds Horton on the wing. Horton's got a little bit of space, but DeVore tips it. Carnes gets it back with 5. Inside, rolls over Ballstead, and he's called for a blocking foul. Was it a shooting foul? We'll see. I think Jaden will be going the line. He will. 4th on Ballstead. As he's asking for some clarification on the foul. Looked like Carnes put a shoulder into him, but he is called for the block, and now Jaden will get 2 free throws. One of the best free throw shooters on this team at 89.5% on the season. The first of 2 is good. And the lead is 6. And one more coming for Jaden Carnes. Second one up. Second one good for Jaden. And the Tornadoes on a 10-2 surge out of the gate. Second 10-2 run of the game for the Tornadoes to get back into it. It's a 5-point game, 56-51, as Green feeds Johnson across the timeline. Johnson finds Green near side, looks inside for Davis. The help coming from McKnight. Davis fouled on the floor. Coach Bevel not happy with that call, but it will be Knights basketball on the baseline. As Davis, powerful move. As now they're going to count it. Now Coach Burgess is having the pushback on that call. But it will be an and one free throw for Ashton Davis. Now blood on the jersey of Jaden Carnes, so up to head of the bench. Coach Burgess, you can hear him from here. He said he fouled him on the catch. As the officials continue to discuss with Coach Burgess. As it stands now, it's 58-51 with an and one free throw, and that call will stand despite the plead from Brevard's head man. And Davis up to 18 points, looking for one more at the charity stripe. Davis had a season-high 27 points at Greensboro. Quickly approaching that mark with 16-14 to go in the second half. He knocks down the and one free throw, give him 19 on the evening. As Brown gets it across the timeline to Brock McKnight. 8-point game in favor of the Knights. As Brown has it on the near side, wing to the top for Horton. Horton around the screen, the top, Carnes, open triple. He hits it. Another 3 for the Tornadoes. This time it's Carnes. And the deficit back to 5. DeVore up the floor for Hunter. A lob in transition, looking for Davis. It's out of bounds, and it will go back to Brevard. 15:49 to play. It's our under 16 media timeout. Brevard outscoring Southern Virginia 13-5 after halftime to cut the deficit to 5. We'll be right back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
(59-54). It is Brevard basketball and a half so far that the Tornadoes have controlled. 21 points off turnovers for the Tornadoes. One stat that Brevard is really dominating in this ball game. As Brown has it across the timeline, feeds Horton on the near side wing. KK turned away, and he's fouled on the floor by DeVore. So a loose ball foul called on Luke DeVore. And it will stay with Brevard. Second on DeVore, and Brevard will inbound on the near sideline. This is a game that was heavily controlled by Southern Virginia through most of the first 20 minutes. Good surge at the end of the half has bleeded in the second half for the Tornadoes. as Carnes has at the top of the key. Look back door, now finds Wilson on the far side wing. Back to Carnes. Carnes a handoff to KK. KK pulls up for a mid-range J. It rolls in. One possession game, 59-56. As Johnson has in the backcourt. Flips it off to DJ Green. Back to Johnson now across the timeline of DeVore. DeVore down the lane, tries a floater off the back rim, and it rolls in. Good press break there for the Knights. It's back to a 5-point lead. Horton gets a screen from Jaden Carnes, top of the key. Now back to Jaden. Hand off Wilson. Wilson has a little bit of space. He'll try a three. Rattles out no. And Davis finds a rebound. 14:50 a moving clock here in this second half. Brevard has surged back in this one as Horton slaps it away. And it will stay with the Knights. 19 to shoot for Southern Virginia on this possession. As the inbounds pass ripped away by Twain Wilson. Wilson up the floor, finds McKnight, a three. Back rim no. And Davis a one-hand rebound, but now a foul called on the action. And it's called on the Knights. Called on Ashton Davis. Matthew Hale had the turnover. He's in the game for the first time. Threw it away on the inbounds pass. Now Davis whistled for a foul. And it's Brevard basketball on the baseline. KK Horton inbound. Finds Trayshawn Brown. Brown back to KK Horton with 17 to shoot. Off to Carnes. Carnes a long-range three. Front rim no. And down with a rebound is Hale. Johnson moving left to right for the Knights. Defended by Brown at the top, off to Hale. Hale inside for DeVore. Flips it inside. Johnson, right hand layup and one with the contact coming from Jaden Carnes. Good feed by DeVore. Better finish by Tillman Johnson. And he heads to the free throw line. $14 for Johnson, looking to make it 15 at the charity stripe. Three double-digit scores for the Tornadoes. Wilson with 16, Horton with 14, Carnes with 12. Davis and Johnson lead the way for Southern Virginia with 19 and 15 for Johnson. 64-56 as Horton gets a screen at the top. Back to Jaden Carnes. Carnes drives the lane, right-hand layup. No good. Some contact, but no whistle as Green pulls it away. Southern Virginia looking to push this lead back to double figures. As Davis gets the entry pass, Brown slapped it away, and it will stay with the Knights. With 21 to shoot, good help defense there by Brown to help without fouling. I know Davis has been able to muscle up a couple through the contact as the entry pass goes back to Davis with Wilson defending. Handoff Johnson, top of the key. He drives, Carnes comes over to help. Johnson throws it up, no good, and Carnes comes away with the rebound. Tornadoes have numbers as Horton flips it off to Wilson in the lane. Euro step, throws it up, no. And DeVore comes down with a rebound. Green, one-hand pass up the floor to Johnson. To the corner for Hale. He skips it to Green. Green, space. He tries a three. Front rim, no. And Brown comes down with a rebound. Brown bounces it off to Carnes. Carnes left-hand layup, no. Gets it back, throws it in for two. Timeout on the floor with 13:19 to go. It's back to a 6-point game as the Tornadoes continue to fight despite the size disadvantage has played a big role in this game. The Tornadoes have hung around at 64-58. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
6-point game, 64-58. Southern Virginia basketball with DJ Green in the backcourt. He gives to McConkey, who's doubled across the timeline, but finds Green with 22 on the timer. Horton defending Johnson. Bounces off to Davis with 15 to shoot. Off to Green. Green crosses over on Twain Wilson. Now he's fouled. Driving inside. It's a third team foul of the half on Brevard. First on Twain Wilson. As the Knights will inbound with Hale. McConkey defended by Brown. Had it poked away, but it goes right to the scorer's table and will stay with the Knights. 17 to shoot for Southern Virginia. As Hale inbounds to the corner for Green, inside looking for Davis, gets position on Wilson, lost it going up and out of bounds. Davis had plenty of room there, just couldn't handle it going up. It will go back to the Tornadoes. With 12:52 to go here in the second half. Baldwin and Black will go to the scorer's table. As Brown gets a handoff, far side wing for KK Horton. Now back to the basket, Jaden Carnes. Feeds out Twain Wilson, now top of the key, McKnight. McKnight gets the screen from Carnes. Turned away by a double, now off to Wilson, who tries a quick trigger three. Front rim, no good, and down with the rebound is Hiram McConkey. McConkey crosses over at the timeline, handoff to DJ Green. Green defended by Horton, gets a screen at the top from Davis, drives on Carnes. Steps in the lane looking for Davis over the top. He gets a reverse layup and rolls in for two. Davis so good with his positioning on the floor. He has 21 points. Quickly approaching that season high 27 he had at Greensboro. Horton a screen at the top, feeds to the wing for Wilson. Now Carnes at the top, an open three, back of the rim, no good. And DJ Green skies for the rebound. Some good looks for long range, and that's kind of the way the Tornadoes have fought back in this ball game. The lead is 8, and the back tip out of bounds. It will stay with the Knights after the media timeout. Baldwin and Khalil Black will check in after the timeout. 11:51 to go. It's 66-58 Southern Virginia when we return on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Southern Virginia inbounds out of the timeout. Davis has it, looks backdoor. Johnson, beautiful reverse layup. Up and in. Good look from Davis, who's been scoring the ball extremely well, but he finds Johnson on the back cut. The lead's back to 10. It shrunk to as much as 3 here in the second half. But the Knights get it back to 10. Carnes looks backdoor, finds Horton. His reverse layup is good. Jaden Carnes finds Horton on the back cut. And it's back to an 8-point game. McConkey gets it across the timeline, gets it to Green, who brings it across for the Knights, gets a screen at the top. Now feeds it inside Davis, two-hand dunk on a great feed from DJ Green. 23 points for Ashton Davis. The lead back to 10. Baldwin to the top for KK Horton. He hands out Tyler Baldwin, had a little bit of space, but he's turned away and lost it, but gets it back. His layup, no good, but a foul. The body called on Ashton Davis. There'll be 2 free throws for Tyler Baldwin. Second on Ashton Davis. 2 free throws coming for Tyler at the charity stripe. 10:54 to go in a high-scoring game between these two teams. Baldwin's first free throw, a high arcer that swishes in. He'll get one more from the line. 9-point game here, Brevard, and the game that really could have gotten away from this 22-point lead at one point. The Tornadoes trimmed it to 3. It's been ballooned back out a little bit to 8, but still fighting hard of the Tornadoes against a team that is very talented and has size. All on the floor and on the bench as well. Davis, one of those guys that has played in all now 16 games off the bench. Gets a screen out to the top. He feeds DJ Green. 13 to shoot. Handoff to Hale. Hale looks inside, finds Davis. His right-hand layup is good. Another bucket for Ashton Davis, give him 25. And it's 72-62. They're finding him every time down the floor are the Knights as it's fed inside to Twain Wilson. Hesitates on Hale, now floats it inside. Layup no good, but a foul. And Twain will go back to the free throw line. First called on Hale and 2 free throws upcoming for Twain. First one up, and the first one is good for Twain Wilson. Brock McKnight will check back in for KK Horton. And it looks like on the next, assuming this is a made free throw, Drayshawn Brown will check in for Twain Wilson. Second free throw is up, and it's good as well. Twain goes 2 of 2 from the line. Back and forth we go. Double-digit point, 8-point game. And we'll see if the Tornadoes can continue to cut into the deficit here in the second half. Inbound goes to Tillman Johnson. Finds DJ Green. Just over 10 to play here in the second half. As Johnson hands off to Matthew Hale. Now Green inside to Hale, who flips it back out. Green will try a quick trigger 3, and it's swished in. Green from long range. Has been common for Southern Virginia tonight. They've been going inside a ton. That time, Green makes no mistake and switches it home. Black back to the basket, working on McConkey. Drives inside, left-hand layup is denied by Hiram McConkey, and he followed it. Goes off Black out of bounds, and will go back to Southern Virginia. Good fight on the glass from Khalil Black. Nonetheless, it will go back to Southern Virginia with an 11-point lead. Johnson finds DJ Green on the BC logo at midcourt with 19 on the timer. Gets a screen from Davis at the top. Johnson crosses over. Right-hand layup inside is good and one. Right over top of Khalil Black. Give Johnson 19 on the evening. It's really been the Johnson and Davis show this evening. DJ Green has chipped in with 11 as well. And it's 77-64. Wilson back in. Khalil Black heads to the bench. And one more upcoming for Tillman Johnson. And one free throw up and good. And it's 78-64. Baldwin brings it across for Brevard. Gets a screen from Carnes at the top. Handoff to Twain Wilson. Now back to Carnes at the top of the key. Look back door, nothing there. Now back to the top for Jaden. Off to Drayshawn Brown. Carnes top of the key. Handoff to Brown. Driving down the lane with the right hand. He throws it up. It's blocked by Davis. And out of bounds. 10 to shoot for the Tornadoes. Great interior defense from Davis to deny the athletic Drayshawn Brown at the rim. Baldwin will inbound. He finds Wilson with 8 to shoot. Now Brown with 6. Flips it to Carnes. Carnes pump fakes. Drives inside with the left hand off the glass. No, Brown there. Second chance. Puts it in for 2. Good stick-to-itiveness from Drayshawn Brown to get the 2 at the cup. DJ Green back to the basket, working on Brown. Flips it inside. Johnson layup no good. And no whistle with some contact inside the paint. Baldwin off to Brown, top of the key. Brown handoff back to Baldwin. Tries a quick trigger 3. Rattles off, no good. And Johnson will push with the rebound. Screen at the top from Davis. Now skip to Hale. Hale a quick 3. Front of the rim, no good. Brown with a long rebound. Here comes Drayshawn Brown. Gives it to Twain Wilson. Plenty of space for a 3, and he rattles it in. Big shot for Twain Wilson. 78-69. Tornadoes back within 9 points. McConkey, a handoff to Hale, off to DJ Green. Now Davis flips it inside McConkey. He's denied, gets it back. Stick back, no good. McKnight grabs a rebound. Brock across the timeline, gives off Baldwin. Baldwin back to Brock, top of the key. He pump fakes, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Big shot for Brock McKnight. It's a 7-point game, 78-71. The Tornadoes down but not out, proving it time and time again, sticking with it this evening. As Johnson crosses over on Baldwin, drives inside, a lot of contact and a foul. As I believe Johnson will head to the free throw line after the under 8 media timeout. 78-71, Southern Virginia leads when we return on the other side here live on YouTube. Now a three here for Jaden Carnes. He knocks it down. And it's back to an 8-point game, 84-76, Southern Virginia. Apologies, we had some audio issues. Got that figured out. DJ Green has it near the timeline for Southern Virginia, defended by Drayshawn Brown. He drives baseline, flips it inside. The layup is blocked, but a foul called on the Tornadoes as Tillman Johnson takes a spill. And he'll head to the line for two. Third called on Drayshawn Brown. And two free throws upcoming at the line. It's 84-76 Southern Virginia. Johnson with 24 points tonight. eclipsing the season high. He had 22 points against Christopher Newport as he puts up the first of 2 free throws, knocks it down to improve on a really quality game at the line for Southern Virginia. 20-20 from the free throw line are the Knights. As Johnson prepares for one more. The second of 2 is up and off the mark. Announcer's jinx right there as the McConkey tip goes out of bounds and will go back to Brevard. So 20 of 21 now are the Knights this evening. As Brevard gets possession back, trailing by 9. Horton to Brown. Carnes top of the key. Looks back door for McKnight. McKnight bouncing the corner for Horton. Horton drives. Now feed back out McKnight. Pump fake the 3. Pull up jumper for Brock. Back of the rim, no good. And DeVore down with a rebound. Handoff on the far side wing for Tillman Johnson. Defended by Twain Wilson. 9-point lead. 5.5 to play. For Southern Virginia, looking to hang on despite a surge from the Tornadoes in the second half. Ballstead pulls up, tries a mid-range jumper, rolls off. Rebound tipped around, finds McConkey, and he puts it in through the contact. Second chance opportunity at the iron for McConkey, and he'll head to the free throw line for one more. Fourth point for McConkey. His and one free throw is up and in. And it's back to a 12-point lead. KK will bring it across right to left for the Tornadoes. Hand off to Brown. Now off to Horton. Horton to the top for McKnight. Swings it to Carnes. Now Brown at the top of the key. Brock back to Brown at the top of the key. Off to KK. 10 to shoot with Carnes. Jaden flips it back door for Brown. One-hand pass out to the top of the key. Horton an open look from 3 off the back of the iron. A great pass from Brown. Good look for Horton. Just couldn't convert. And with 4.5 to go, it's Southern Virginia basketball with a 12-point lead. Ballstead defended tightly by Brown. He slaps it away, and Ballstead escorts it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights with 16 on the timer. Ballstead looking to inbound, finds DeVore. Now a handoff back to Jude Ballstead, and now Tillman Johnson with 12 to shoot. Johnson drives on McKnight, throws up with the right hand, rolls off no good, and Brown comes down with the rebound. 50 of the 88 points have come from Johnson and Davis as it's a turnover. Johnson in transition layups with the left hand, and it's good. 27 points for Tillman Johnson, and it's 90-76. Brown the top of the key, hand off to KK Horton. KK goes around DeVore at the top of the key. Hand off to Brown. Brown gets a screen from Carnes. Now a feed to McKnight on the near side wing. Back to Carnes, top of the key. He tries a 3. It rolls off, no. And DeVore comes down with a rebound. Next whistle, we'll have our final media timeout, with Brevard trailing by 14 late to Southern Virginia. Green at the top of the key. Free throw line from McConkey. Back out DJ Green, a 3. Knocks it down. DJ Green, 16 points for him. And it's 93-76. Horton a handoff to Wilson near the timeline. Now Brown off to McKnight. Twain back to the basket. Feeds out Jaden Carnes. One more to the top. McKnight, a long range 3. No good. Green skies for the rebound. What a game from Green as well. 16 points, 10 assists. The Southern Virginia point guard. He drives, kicks out Johnson. Thought about the 3, now drives inside. Kick to the top. Ballstead wide open, didn't shoot it. One more to Johnson. He'll try a 3. It's good. 30 points for Tillman Johnson. 10 of 16 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and 9 of 10 from the line as Johnson on a brilliant night. A season high for Johnson. Now Wilson fouled outside the arc with 2:28 to go. That'll bring us to our final media timeout. 96-76 Southern Virginia, as Brevard will need a lot down the stretch here to claw back in this one. We'll be right back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back of the box, it is a 20-point lead for Southern Virginia, but it's a 1-1 for Twain Wilson at the charity stripe with 2:28 to play here in the second half. Twain puts up the front end. He gets it to go. We'll get one more from the line. As Duncan will check in for Wilson, the free throw shooter, assuming he makes his second. LeCedric Brown in the game, as well as Khalil Black, Noah Suji, and Zane Caudle. As Wilson misses his second, and DeVore grabs a rebound, but Caudle hustles after it and keeps it in play for Brevard. Caudle at the top of the key, feeds to LeCedric Brown. Brown inside looking for a Suji. Suji one dribble, right hand layup, swirls in. Good action between the freshman LeCedric Brown and Noah Suji. And it's 96-79. Ballstead gets it across for the Knights. Gets a screen from McConkey at the top. Hasn't decided how to use it yet. Now he does. Hand off to Tillman Johnson. Looks inside for DeVore. A high pass that goes out of bounds and back to the Tornadoes. So Duncan checks in for Wilson. It's Caudle, Brown, Black, Duncan, and Asuji on the floor for the Tornadoes with under 2 minutes to play. Caudle brings it across. Hand off to Khalil Black. Now back to Zane. Zane feeds to LeCedric Brown. Off to Asuji. Asuji dribbles inside, left hand layup is good and one. Noah Asuji converts in the paint. 4 straight for him. And he'll head to the free throw line for one more. 6 points for Noah Asuji. A career high so far for Noah. As DJ Green checks out, as well as Tillman Johnson to cap off what was a great night for him. 30 points for Tillman as Asuji puts up the N1 free throw off the glass. No, it'll be a violation. It'll go back to Southern Virginia. Asuji, a promising freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, has shown that tonight as Hunter in the game grabs the inbounds pass and will bring it across for the Knights. 1:36 in the moving clock here in this second half. Ballstead gets a screen at the top. Drives on Caudle, kick to the corner for Hale. Now to the top for Hunter. Hunter drives, he's turned away, back out McConkey. Now Ballstead with 10 to shoot. Defended by Khalil Black. Feeds off to Hunter, he tries a three. No good, and Caudle skies high for the rebound. Here comes Zane Caudle, pushing the pace. As he drives inside with the right hand, feeds off of Suji in the paint. His layup, no good. And Hunter comes out of the rebound, but throws it to the Brevard bench. And it will go back to the Tornadoes. Errant pass by Matthew Hunter to Mason Hunter. Is that a discussion between the officials, maybe saying this pass was tipped? Oh, just getting the shot clock reset. So 20 to shoot for the Tornadoes, minute and 3 to play. Trailing by 15. Caudle at the top, gives to Caleb Duncan. Now back to the top for Zane. Zane one dribble, he'll try a three. Back of the rim, no good. Asuji skies high for the rebound. One dribble inside the paint, lost it. And it finds DeVore. Some bright spots being shown from Noah Asuji and these freshmen on the floor for the Tornadoes. As Hunter hands off to Ballstead near the BC logo at midcourt. Drives on with Cedric Brown inside with the right hand. Layup no good. And the rebound finds to Cedric Brown. He moves up the floor, feeds Caleb Duncan. One dribble, spins in the paint, throws it up with the right hand. No good. And the rebound finds DeVore. And a shot clock turned off. Looks like the Knights will dribble this one out and lead Brevard, North Carolina with a win. Ball set on the far side. Suji comes up defensively. And Hale will dribble it out. 8 seconds on the timer, and that's how this one will end. 96-81, Southern Virginia. A game that Brevard fought hard. Just couldn't deny Southern Virginia in the paint. Over 50-plus paint points for Southern Virginia, and that was really the difference tonight. Tillman Johnson had 30. Ashton Davis finishes with 25 points on 10 of 11 shooting, and really an impressive performance from the freshman. But Brevard fought hard, just couldn't come out on the winning side of things. The Tornadoes fall to 8-10, 1-6 in USA South play, and the Knights 10-7, 6-1 in the conference. As we head away for the winter storm that's coming in, hopefully you all stay safe and shelter up for the winter storm that's coming to town. Stay safe, stay dry, stay warm, as the Tornadoes will take a little break as well. We'll talk to you next time. Tornado Talk on Monday, 7 to 8 o'clock. We'll talk to you then. Ryan Wilkes signing off here live on YouTube.